Good evening, comic junkies. I am Korbax, spoiling your favorite video game plots in Korbax Game Spoilers. Today I am covering the best artistic horror game since the original Resident Evil. Today I am covering Bioshock. The story opens up with a guy who sounds like Ron Perlman on a commercial airline in the 1960s. Well, 1960 to be exact. On the flight, the man has a package from his parents. Then all of a sudden, he starts to black out. Then you suddenly hear sort of plane crashing noises as he wakes up under the water next to a bizarrely formed lighthouse. He walks inside to see a monument to no gods, no kings, only man, with the face of a less creepy Walt Disney. Investigating further, he finds what is called a bathysphere, which is a mini sub, which he ventures down into the water instead of, waiting for help to show up. He is greeted by this.
I am Andrew Ryan, and I'm here to ask you a question. Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow?
Wow, what a dick. Then he's greeted by this. Rapture, the only city for the best and brightest, created in secret. The city looks incredible, but on the inside, something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. Turns out the city is in shambles on the inside and is overrun with genetic drug addicts known as splicers, people who misused a drug known as Adam to fix their genetic defaults, only they're all suffering withdrawal, driving them crazy, making them kill everyone in sight to obtain Adam. You hear a mysterious voice on an overcom named Atlas who tries to keep you alive throughout everything to get him and you out of Rapture. Along the way, you meet creatures known as Little Sisters, which carry something called Adam, which is, as I said, what you can use to fix yourself and give yourself new abilities like Electrobolt and that fire one. You also meet a character named Bridget Tannenbaum, who is the savior of these little girls. She gives you a choice to save all these kids, and it's up to you to decide. If you choose to save them, then they give you gifts, which is nice. Along the way throughout the story, you find out how Rapture came to be what it is. It turns out there was a civil war between the upper class and the lower class. You know, the people who built Rapture and the people who were just invited. At the end, you encounter Ryan, who gives you a chilling speech saying, "Isn't this coincidental that you were here?" And then it turns out the main character you play as is a genetic creation sent away to come back to Rapture at a certain time. And you were also made from Andrew Ryan's seed. Gross. You're forced to kill when anyone says, "Would you kindly?" which is what Atlas says throughout the entire game. Then it turns out Atlas wasn't even really Atlas. He was one of Andrew Ryan's rivals known as Frank Fontaine. You're saved by Bridget Tannenbaum and try to stop Fontaine by any means necessary. And at the end, when he mutates himself into a huge frickin' monster made of Adam, you have a choice. When you save the girls, you take them up to the surface and become their daddy and die in their arms when you're old. Or you can basically become evil, hijack a nuke, and then bring the splicers to the surface. Really messed up shit right there. And that was Bioshock. It's actually a really badass game. I'm not gonna spoil the game mechanics for you, but the lighting, the voice acting, and how batshit insane these splicers are really help the game for you. That's why I recommend you fucking buy it. And with that said, that's all the time I have for this game spoiler. Please remember to like, subscribe, and of course, talk shit. Peace.